on a million, really I'm glad I'm alive. Shit, I could've died, I could've starved, but I ate up they hate, and I swallowed my pride.
Hey now, say now, what's up solar system? It's your girl Writeous Soul, and today, yes, you're gonna be catching some wind, but you're gonna be catching some history too. I have two opponents in the back of me. They're about to go heads up with this Black History trivia, and we're about to see who knows the most about Black History during Black History Month. I have in my left hand corner, back there slanging it like that is Jennifer, aka Bridget. Y'all know her by, and she is my white friend Jen in the back.
The light skin.
The light skin. And to my right back there is a poet. Are you smarter than a poet is what this segment is, okay? So is Jennifer smarter? Does she have more knowledge of Black history facts than my poet back there, Faith Poetically Quoted? If you see water in my eyes, it's not because the history was so deep, it's because it's so cold. All right, we're looking at the National Civil Rights Museum, and I am crying, and then the history is sad, but right now it is cold, and I just picked one of those days. The fighters, the contenders are back there, they're ready for me, so we gotta get to it, okay? Let's go. Guys, we have about 8 questions for them. I gave them multiple choice. I tried to make it easy for them, all right? So whoever wins, I'm gonna cash out them some money on the spot. And if you want to be a contender for Black History Month and you want to come on the segment, Are You Smarter Than a Poet? The whole point of this is to give you guys some Black History trivia that you may or may not have already known. All right, here we go. And then we're gonna end this segment with a poem by our poet, which is Faith Poetically Quoted, and you guys will be able to see on the screen where you can find both of these two. All right, it's cold, so let's get started. First question. When I wrote this, it says behind us, but in front of us is the National Civil Rights Museum, all right? Attached to it is the Lorraine Motel, right? Which couple owned the Lorraine Motel when Dr. King was shot? Okay, A, Oprah and Stedman. B, Ike and Tina Turner. C, Walter and Lori Bailey. Or D, Johnny and June Carter Cash. All right, ladies, do I need a repeat?
No.
All right, well, it says one contestant. She's like, I speak for both of us. All right, if we have this answer, if you guys are ready, say ready.
Ready.
All right, turn those around.
Let's go. C. Final
All right,
answer.
we got C and D. The answer is C, Walter and Lori Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey. Thank you, Ms. Bailey.
Make sure you add yourself a point in the little corner, cause
I got my point. Yeah.
All right, and you guys will see on the screen, we're gonna keep scores. All right, Jennifer, my white friend
Bridget.
Jen. Okay, Bridget.
Thank you.
Bridget Albright is up by 1, guys. So this is about to get real intense with the second question. My hands are freezing, so if I drop the phone, I can't drop the phone because it's not mine. y'all, my hand.
The session's over.
My hand is so cold. All right.
You need my glove?
No, I'm good. Thank
I'll
you.
share.
No, I know. I'm sorry. If I run, it's a dog barking. So if I try to run, y'all.
I'm looking at this as really just as a radar track.
Yeah, it look like some Dr. King being spied on stuff out here. But we're going to keep it going, all right? All right, so number 2. If a tourist wanted to tour the National Civil Rights Museum, what address would they come to? A, 450 Mayberry Street. B, 450 Mulberry Street. C, 450 Mushberry Street. Or D, 450 McDonald Street. Where are we right now? Let's go, ladies. Turn those cards around. B. Hey, yay! Ding, ding, ding. We got 450 Mulberry Street. One of these people asked me for the address earlier, and I purposely didn't give it to her because
Dang,
it was one of the
really?
answers, and I didn't want her to familiarize it. So I was like, just put National Civil Rights Museum in your GPS. I was trying to be fair, y'all. All right, number 3. Why was Dr. King in Memphis the night that he was shot on the balcony? What was he here for? A, Coretta wanted to check out South and North Memphis. North. B, he wanted to take Coretta on Beale Street to listen to blues. C, to fight for equal rights for the LGBT community. Or D, a sanitation worker strike. Why was Dr. King here the night that he was shot?
Okay.
All right, turn them around, ladies. Okay, we got D for both of A, sanitation strike. That's why he was here. He was fighting for the workers' rights, all right? We are not going to be treated like anything. And thus, the I Am a Man, that's where that whole I Am a Man Plaza thing is. You know, it's actually down the street. Claiborne Temple is where it's located. We have a whole plaza because I am a man, and this is kind of what inspired the design. I'm a poet, all right? We not just anybody. You're going to give us some rights, all right?
All right.
I'm sorry, I got a little...
Speak the truth.
That's part of my history talking there. Here we go. Okay, number 4, y'all. We got 4 more after this. Before there was a Rosa Parks, there were several women who did what Rosa did. I know some people are like, no, couldn't have been. Yes, there was. In particular, I recall a teenage girl. She comes to mind because she refused to go to the back of the bus, but it was 9 months before Rosa Parks even did it. What is her name? A, Claudette Colvin. B, Charlotte's Webb. C, Harriet Tubman. Or D, Cicely Tyson. Come on, ladies. What we got? Right, ready? All right, poet, you ready back there? You look like you still thinking. Represent for the poet.
It's the market.
Okay, we got A. Yes, that is correct. Claudette Colvin. Yes, it is. All right, shout out to you. Shout out to you. We need a lot of people, and that's going to happen in life. A lot of people are going to be doing what you do, and certain people are going to be able to get recognized for it. And sometimes it's because of the image. You know, the movement needed a certain image, and that's kind of how Rosa Parks got the star role in that. You know, it wasn't because the other young lady, her story wasn't worth it. It's just because they needed a face, and then they needed a certain persona that came with that, and Rosa reflected that at that time. And I call it strategy, honestly, y'all. I wouldn't even be offended. I call it strategy because it got our word out there a little bit more. All right, next up, number 5. At some point in one of his infamous speeches, Dr. King pushed his notes to the side, and he became a poet, y'all. The poet in him rose out of him. Guess what he started doing? Freestyling that thing, like Jay the Screet, you know what I'm saying? He just started killing it. I'm like, man, that wasn't in the notes. That's not how we practice. That's what his team over there thinking, like, what Martin doing over there? All right, let me tell you what he did. Now, so the original version of this speech was more political, more historic, you know, but which speech was it that I'm talking about? Which speech that he was out there on that podium, and he just said, let me move these notes away. I'm finna freestyle this joint. Which one was it? Was it A, his "Nuck if you keep it buck" speech? Say that again. They're trying to get the contestants under control. Let me get the contestants under control. Was it A, his "Nuck if you keep it a buck" speech? B, was it "I have a dream" speech? C, was it "being woke ain't no joke" speech? Or D, was it "I know why the cage birds sing" speech? Which one was it, guys?
I want to say
Say what's in your heart, sister.
no, I'm gonna say the right answer.
She said I want to win. She said, what's the answer, guys?
It's B.
All right, it's "I have a
But I
dream."
wanted it to be A so bad.
Memphis, y'all wanted it to be "Nuck if you keep it a buck" so bad.
I'm about to
That
the status.
now let me tell you, that might be Malcolm X's speech. Now he might have gathered that speech together. You know, we're gonna put a little feminine energy in there. All right, we now have a lady VP. Oh, what a time it is to be alive for this. Can't say that. What is her name? Is it A, Queen Latifah? Is it B, Florida Evans? Is it C, Maxine Waters? Or is it D, Kamala Harris? Who we dealing with, folks?
All right.
Who we got? I tried to make it easy for him, y'all. I tried to make it easy. Next time, whoever plays next is no easiness.
It's vice president.
All right. Thank you. You
Harris.
better correct me, but I couldn't put that in the answer because then if she would have the answer. You are correct. It is Vice President Kamala Harris, and salute to you, Queen. We appreciate it. All right. Number 7. It's a true or false. They got a 50% chance of getting it right. Y'all know how I am with math, so you better, don't make me do math. Just get it right. True or false? Black History Month came to be because Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass were born in February. I don't see certainty in their eyes, so I gotta look back. My poet look like she gonna be tough because she slammed, but Bridget, I don't see 100%, but turn them cards around. F. Oh, I forgot. I was like, what letter F? I forgot that quick that it was true or false. That answer is true.
Both said false.
There was a historian.
Really?
Yeah, there was a historian who actually.
I
Yes.
would have never thought.
Yeah, and it started off as Negro Week, so a whole month for us started off as Negro Week. All right, so the last question, I don't know who win and what's the
I am.
what's the numbers, y'all?
It's 5 to 6.
5 to 6.
5 to 6. Well, no, this could be a tie.
Yes, she could. I could lose this one.
All right, guys. Okay, I see I left out part of a name on here, but it's okay because I'm still gonna keep it as an answer, right? Black History Month was created by whom? A.
The man.
B. A gentleman named Carter. C. Morgan Freeman. Or D. Malcolm X. Who did it, guys? Who created it?
Created
Uh-huh.
what?
Black History Month.
Black History Month.
All right, what we...
Man, I'm not certain about that.
Uh-oh! Y'all, it
Not
comes down
certain.
to somebody not being certain. What you got?
Not certain.
All right,
Not
let's go. Turn those around.
around.
All right, we have a winner. It was Carter, and that's what I meant by earlier. I left off the name, so I can't remember what part of the name I left off. But I was kind of doing my research, and so that's on me. But no matter what, if you had to guess that and you got it correctly, I was giving you that point. All right, my white friend Jen, aka Bridget, has won against a poet. But that's okay. So Jen gets the cash and the poet gets something from the bag. So there's a goodie bag over there that the poet will get a prize. Feel free to get the bag so we can show what your prize is.
I would like to thank you for taking the time to put this history lesson together.
Okay.
To teach us and educate us on fun facts that we do not know or did not know, and then maybe just refresh us on some things we didn't know.
Right.
Shout out to you, Writeous.
And shout out to this museum, y'all. I learned a lot. I learned about Lori and Walter Bailey because of this National Civil Rights Museum. I took a tour. I mean, when we were younger, a lot of us took the tour, but y'all, it was renovated. I think it was 2014. I can't remember what year it was renovated, but it was renovated, and they made that place so filled with so much knowledge. Why are we living in this city? Why are we repping and complaining about how many days from a certain month that we got to celebrate our history when every day we have the option to come here? Every day we have the option to go to museums, to any place in our city where there is history and learn. If we're not doing the small things, why are we complaining about getting a month? Y'all know what we had before we had a month? I just told y'all.
A week.
Negro Week. It was 1 week. So just imagine it. And then y'all tried to blame the man. Leave the man alone. Let's just leave the man alone. Right now, we want to thank Carter for making that possible, and everybody else who made that possible, because it's not one person that kind of can make the call on that. If he had made the call and nobody followed suit, then we wouldn't have that either, right? So let's thank the people who are making the moves and then people following suit. All right. I'm thankful to be here. Let's see what.
Good job.
We got to thank the
thankful
poet
for
too,
you.
guys. My poet, Faith Poetically Quoted. She's gonna end it with a poem, but let her get a little prize from the goodie bag. Let me get the markers out.
Winner.
So it was 7 to 5. It was
7 to 6.
7 to 6.
Don't do my friend like that.
No, cause y'all weren't tired. Y'all were tired at the end. Remember, it was.
She said the same thing. So it was.
Oh, at the end, yes, 76.
I got you.
That's the part the poem was thinking like me. Okay, yes, that was correct. Thank you, Jen.
Yes.
She came out here. If anybody want to battle Jen, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her end it with a Black History poem or a poem of her choosing.
The name of this piece is Equality Thirst. This is but a thirst we may never quench, to embody excellence in the eyes of those who cannot respect the skin I'm in. Just as cursed as forbidden riches, the gold is in my pigment. Guarded behind the taunted psyche of the mind, they do not want us to remember. But my ancestors rattled the spirit so I cannot forget. For the struggle was too real. The spirituals too thick and heavy in the field. My black be feeling like the bullet situated in the wound of humanity. Why the dying thirst of black lives exists when all lives supposed to matter? We live in color, I am of color, therefore be not afraid of color. When vividness is of desire. I am built of a bloodline built to be sustainable, created to regenerate and populate, to embody excellence at all costs. I am deserving of freshly squeezed lemonade, a grade above Kool-Aid. What I'm after will take longer to pour than Minute Maid. It'll take solid portions of country time, but truth is, as long as I got this melanin in my pigment, I may always be treated different. So, my lemonade must taste different. Catch me marinating lemons into the brownness of my tea. A tinted lemonade to quench one's own thirst. Equality. Have some?
Yes.
I am Faith Poetically Quoted. Thank you for caring for this opportunity.
All right, you are welcome. Have some. Oh my goodness, guys, that was dope. Y'all stay tuned because we are going to be doing a Black History Month. We're gonna call it Mocha Madness. So Mocha Madness is gonna come up and it's gonna be Black Girl Magic. So some dope feminine energy gonna be back here. We might use this backdrop. We might do an outdoor cipher with it or whatever. So if you're interested, let me know. Oh, I know it's my world. You know it's my world, but it really isn't a world without y'all in it because y'all keep it spinning and you already know the rest. Hey now, say now, and we're out. Man, I love it when people do it with me. There's nothing worse than you be back. Thank you. See y'all later.
Don't stop now, mister. We not selling tickets.
Don't you turn around. I just gotta walk again like I'm just ready.
It's cold, Memphis. It is cold. All right. Ladies, I'm gonna have y'all go up a feet. Yep. I'm gonna have you. Wait, are you down that level? Wait, Faith. Now you look so short.
Get on my level.
Get on her level.
Get on my level. Get on my level.
Okay, I'm gonna come to the side. I'm gonna come to the side down here and look at short. I'm really this height for real. It don't.
In real life.
In real life.
And I took a year and supported my guys. They did it really big. Now I'ma eat till I bust at the side. I'ma go pick a lit.